Emiri abulanda waku yakumitanda n'abakazi walina abaana. Iri akatuba kalemba tuwatampo okukweruka. Kati ntambi kyakuba kojola twende kweruka yowe. Iri akatuba kalemba tuwatampo okukweruka. Kati ntambi kyakuba kojola twende kweruka yowe. Wena lela chainanga. Kana papu wachilinda na umbika kashare mayo. Wena lela chainanga. Kana papu wachilinda na umbika kashare mayo. Lela tualeta.
Hello, good evening, Chuempala. Good evening, Milenge. I'm right here in Milenge this evening. And so I'm coming to you live from Milenge, from our home district. I know it's late, and so my voice is a little bit subdued so that I don't disturb my neighbors. You know, takuwa na ofiko kuntu ero nomba watamba program wala pange chongo wa neighbor. But anyway, earlier today I was with my brother, and so we did a song that I would like you to listen to. This one is an Aushilala folklore song. Now, I did see somebody had a very good version of it. But anyway, here it is.
Mushabimbe haka na shinshi mulandu ba mayo vele mukwira baleta kamba kankomo Yualume, utabatata wasina bantu bangabwa wejejewe unangapo wikalile kese bomu sense bende ngafike kabimbya butuka lukebe mayo umwana afwa afuira nchi nda ya kutola hapo kale na tukura.
So that is the little folklore song that we did, and so I brought it over to you so that you can listen to it. So these are very good kind of old traditions. Now, even the younger generation here in Milenge, they don't necessarily know these songs. So these are some of the memories of old. Many of the old musicians used to use all these folklore songs and they would adapt them and modernize them. This happened among us as Ushis, but it also happened among our counterparts, the Lalas, and even the Kaondes as well, like John Mulemena. Most of the songs that John Mulemena did, the Kaonde songs, were actually part of the folklore, Kaonde folklore, and then he modernizes them. Be it Mwela Wakiye, Mumatongo, or even in Kanga, and several other Sobongo Kine, Sobongo Kibinda Wabakabwa, yeah, Sobongo, something like that. So all these songs, you take them right from popular folklore songs, and then you modernize them. Usually that's what used to happen. But anyway, that was the song. There is someone in Lusaka who says that they can actually write it down. So once they write it down, I think we are going to give it a shot in Lusaka and see whether I can do that. But I'm very excited to be here in Milenge. This is extremely late. And normally on Mondays, we have Pesi one-on-one with Dr. Kasonso. But unfortunately, today we couldn't run that program. And so at almost midnight, I'm like, there are still some people that are still awake. And so why not just chat a little bit? I was with the chief. I was paying a courtesy call on His Royal Highness, Chief Sokontwe, Joshua Nkandu. Chief Sokontwe recently installed chief. He did narrate to me of the challenges he faced because somebody petitioned him to be chief of the Sokontwe Kingdom, and so that petition took years. They petitioned him in 2014, and that matter was only disposed of in 2020. Almost 6 years, 6 years of just going to court, and it left him extremely. He spent all of his money, and it's very tough. And so we are hoping that chieftainship disputes should not be taking this long. But anyway, I managed to introduce myself because this is the first time that I was visiting him in his new capacity. He's a very, very wise chief, very, very wise. Just sitting and getting the heart that he has, what he wants to do for our people here. It was very, very humbling. And so I will be posting some of the pictures and perhaps a video that we took with him, and the filming that we did. I hope it will be good quality, but I'll post it one of these days. And so it's just a great honor to be back to my ancestral homeland and just get back into the roots with the people, and to realize that right from here in Milenge, we as a people have managed to spread around the world, and so that is quite humbling. Ushis are by nature migratory. They are by nature migratory. We are by nature immigrants. And that is why you find that even if we are fewer in number, we are almost found in every corner of the country and around the world, because we are by nature very immigratory. We don't settle. And so that is just who we are as a people. But it's always good to be back, at the roots, so to speak. The road is still bad, and so we are appealing to the New Dawn to prioritize this road, because actually Milenge is very close to Ndola. And so our neighboring district really is in Ndola district, if we are to follow just the closeness. And so most of our people actually just cycle from here in Milenge, cycle across Congo, about 45 kilometers or so, about 45 kilometers across Congo, and on the other side is Ndola. So anyway, some of the routes are 45, others it's between 45 and 60 kilometers. But nevertheless, it's a very small stretch of the road. And once that is tarred or it's renovated, we can actually bring Ndola very close to Milenge. And Milenge being what it is, there is a force here, Mombotuta force. And so the people of Ndola actually can have one more place to escape to. You know, you don't even need to go as far as Samfia for a getaway, for a weekend getaway. You can actually come just to Milenge. And so those are some of the future plans that the chief was talking about. But of course, it will require the will of the New Dawn government and the will of our leaders to see that we actualize this road, you know, Ndola Kapalala road, and then from Kapalala up to Kasanka. That is likely to be a longer stretch, but with positive support from the central government, I do believe that we can actually make it happen. We know that the Zambian government is right now under a lot of pressure to where to build roads and stuff like that, but why not? And so we shall be appealing to Honorable Milupi to try and prioritize this road as well. I know that several roads require attention from across the country, but this Ndola Milenge road should also be a priority because of the economic benefits that you to bring to the Copper Belt and also to Milenge itself. And so I look forward to that. There are so many ideas about Milenge and the Sokontwe trust that we'll be exploring in the coming weeks. But it's just so wonderful to be back home. It feels good. My brother Bamlamu prepared village chicken and shima, and so we feel quite happy about it. I also made several friends. I went to the Milenge hospital, did visit them, and saw several of the civil servants around here, and it's just exciting. They were watching TVBAKWETU. They are fans of TVBAKWETU, and so it is very humbling to run into people that tell you that TVBAKWETU was very helpful and very instrumental in keeping checks and balances on the previous government. The other thing is just for you to it's very humbling when your friends come up and say thank you for the kind of things that you did. And I think that whatever we did it in service of our country, including the service of Milenge and this Sokontwe chiefdom. So the two chiefdoms in Milenge district, we have Milambo. So Milambo is the only senior chief among all the chiefs of the Ushis. Is known as Senior Chief Milambo. But that seat is vacant at the moment because there is a dispute about who is going to succeed. Other than that, there are several other chiefdoms of the Aushis. There is Mawumba, there is Kalava, there are a lot, Chimese, a lot. We have about 10 Ushi chiefs. And considering our population, we've really punched above our weight in terms of chiefs. There are so many other peoples here in Luapula, and sometimes we only think of the Ushis, but truly our neighboring, the most neighborly of all the tribes are the Kabendes, Avena Kabende, in Chembe, mostly in Chembe district and Mansa district, Avena Kabende. But of course, you know, nobody, you've probably never just run into somebody who calls himself at Mwinakavende, but they are there, and nabo bene baushi. In short, church in Venakavende, but they are just our people, and so sometimes there is that overshadowing of where Venakavende would easily identify to be Ushis. Now, if we look at Venakavende as one of us. And then to the north, of course, it's Samfia, Abaunga na Venangumbo. Abaunga na Venangumbo on the other side. And then to the west, to the east, it's Abalala. As a matter of fact, even Sokontwe chiefdom itself, the peoples in Sokontwe are Ushilalas, which is like a combination of the two. When you cross along the Ndola Road, like you cross the Kapalala along the Ndola Road, there are Ushis, there are Lalas, there are Swakas and Lambas. It's all a combination of several peoples along the way. But we are all united as one, connected together by our common Lubalunda heritage, Luba heritage. And so this is where we are. Right here in Milenge. There are several other topics tonight that I would just like to mention. I know you're supposed to be sleeping, Nomba. It's good that you are awake. Schools have reopened today, which is pretty good. I was seeing and just looking at all the little boys and little girls that are going to school. Pretty amazing. We, in keeping with the promises of the New Dawn, there are no school fees, absolutely no school fees. So that should be good. Regarding the Akafumba-Ngoma recording, I think there continues to be a fallout because apparently the KBN journalist has been arrested for destroying evidence. We'll see how that issue goes. But anyway, she's been charged now and arrested with the destroying evidence. It appears like she may have deleted something, you know. She may have destroyed something. We are not sure yet. So it's a criminal offense to destroy evidence. But we are not sure of how it will proceed regarding that. But in my opinion, I think whoever recorded that conversation did the nation a disservice. We don't know yet who recorded it. Was it recorded by the two principal actors, Mr. Ngoma and Mr. Akafumba? We are not sure. The PS Home Affairs and the presidential advisor, political advisor, we are not sure yet. But whoever did it, it was in very bad taste. That's something that we should not tolerate at all. The conversation itself is not incriminating. It does not incriminate anyone. I think it does not incriminate anyone. Some people are saying that what is really going on is that the president is interfering with the operations of the Democratic Party. And my answer is the Democratic Party. What is the Democratic Party? A party that has no councillor, the party that has no MP, and for the presidential vote, it came out with 0.0001%, 25,000 compared to 2.8 million votes and 1.8 million votes for Edgar Lungu. And so I don't see how the president would be interfering in the operations of a very small political party. And so I don't see it. So in terms of the significance of the substance of that disputes that they had, I don't see there is any issue there. The substance of the, not the dispute, the substance of the conversation that was being held between the two officers of our government, I don't see anything incriminating. Of course, if you are DP, you'll be concerned because you'd think that somebody has come to take over your party or something like that. But you need to be very realistic. Kapate kobenga kanon, nishkanon. Not we kwete kapate kanon, wambo kula imona kwana karimu no kapate kakulu. No, it's a very small, insignificant party with very few members, and which had 0.001% in the general elections. So the president would not sink so low as to begin interfering. And so I don't take seriously any substantial discussions in that recording, except to be very concerned that people should not be recording each other, or any people should not be tapping other people's telephone conversations. It's a criminal offense, and I hope that all of us are going to keep away from doing such shenanigans of taping. I hope that the police are going to come and look at this. There was a press conference today of the opposition members, and so of course they outlined their concerns. I wouldn't be able to comment on everything that they said, except that they outlined their concerns. And I do differ with some of the assessment, particularly those that were saying that there is a lot of tribalism. I don't think there is tribalism. I don't think tribalism is a fair accusation, particularly for the New Dawn. I think the New Dawn is one of the most tribally balanced administrations we've seen in years. Apart from the Kaunda balance, this is perhaps the next big thing in terms of tribal balancing. I think they've tried, be it staff, commissions, permanent secretaries, and even ministers. They've done extremely well. Of course, there are more appointments that are going to be coming, and we continue to watch. I don't think that these appointments are going to be tribal, or that they've been tribal. And so I differ with the assessment of the opposition, the small opposition political parties. Again, this press conference today did not have big opposition political parties. And what a big opposition political party is the former ruling party, which is the Patriotic Front, together with this party that seems to be rising at the moment, known as the Socialist Party. So these two parties were not part of this conference that happened today. It was a conference of very, very small political parties, very extremely small political parties, who registered mostly 0 votes. And so they're the ones who were at the forefront today in addressing. They are saying that there is no rule of law in Zambia, but there is, of course, the rule of law in Zambia for sure. The only people that are being called to the police for questioning are those that are reasonably suspected to have stolen from the Zambian people, something that is already known. Bonse twalishiwo ko bati abantu nibakabwalala ekyo n'okubafumisha kumwe bafumishepo. Yeah, I think that is what is the deal there. I am looking at some of your comments, and so the defections in Kalulushi. Of course, we continue trying to find out what exactly happened, what necessitated Yakobat Mwatuma ama bagapokolokuya mkuchitagad a defection. That still remains something that we need to think about. In terms of Malawi, the president of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, has actually dissolved his cabinet in the hope that he's going to form a new one in the next 2 days. It's quite amazing what is happening in Malawi. Accusations of corruption are flying all over the place. But we are not very clear as to why those accusations are coming up, or whether they are indeed anything legitimate. But the president, it appears, wants to have a restart, and so he has dissolved the cabinet. And so we will see. We'll see. We are standing by to see what actually happens. Okay. If you have any comment, please let me know. I'm going to bring you in. I know that this is late, and so most of you are supposed to be sleeping. I know I am supposed to be sleeping. Yeah. Richard is asking for the link. I've already sent the link. Yeah. Mweba Ushmu alikwata problem. I don't know what Martinez Jones means at alikwata problem. twaliva fye bwino ewaush. Akafumba-Ngoma recording may just be fake because they never authorized the paper tape recording to be published. Wiretapping is illegal. However, UPND government is in to compromise the state because PF cadres in offices who recently retired because most of them are above 55 years. Retire. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. But I think the new Dawn administration is on track, and so they will do the right thing. Edwin Impeta, Dr. Munshya, they are saying no school fees, but schools are making students to come with 2 bags of cement. No, they are not allowed to enter the school. This is at Livala Secondary School. Okay. Yeah. I think I have no idea what those 2 bags of cement are all about. Shifwile nalande vintu ifanjishive. Yeah. Ati kapate akanono. Zebro njivunga nivyo vini. Oe muntu nga wata kapate akanono. Teku imona kona kalimono we kapate kakulu. No. Kapate akanono nishikanono. Nga wakwata akantu akanono. Kapate akanono nishikanono. Nomba oe muntu wambokula ivi kapoka ivi. Oe wakwata akanono. Wambokula chitakwana kalimo wakwata echikulu. Kwati chipate chobe chikulu. Ilio kanshi kapate kobe kanono. Kanono sana. Kachepa fengo mshanga. Kapate. Yeah, nishikanono. Leonard Wamoni, how are you doing? Leonard tamulipo? Okay. Leonard tabalipo. Fichapala. Leonard depo muli? Tabalipo. Anyway, so if you, I'm just looking at the comments here. Ndabeziti lezwelitini. Ati kiki no MP, no what, no book in the office. I don't know what he was responding to there. Yeah. Totally agree with you. Even in Zambia, the cabinet should be dissolved. Oh, okay, you think so? Yeah. Kapate akanono. Yeah. Otherwise, my friends, thank you for being with me this late. I just wanted you to know that Milenge is doing just fine. His Royal Highness, the Chief, is working hard for our people, and I greatly celebrate his ascension to the throne. And I hope that we are going to continue being a blessing and hoping that we continue serving our people here in Milenge, Sokontwe. Yeah, right here in Milenge, Sokontwe. Otherwise, I'm going to end with our Kalito song that me and my brother did. And so I'm just appealing to those other Ishwakwa Kalwimbo. They helped to write it. Yeah, so that they helped to write it.
Mwipoishimba ninani walasa ni mushabimbe haka na shinshi mulandu bamayo bele mukwera baleta kamba kankomo nsubyanira limbe zendele utakwatata wasinga bantu bangabwa wedelyewe unanjapo wikalile kezepo muzensebende nkafukile kabimbya kutuka lukebe mayo umwana afuira nchi ya kutola hapo kale na tukura.
This has been a presentation of TVBAKWETU. Elias Munshya here, and I was live from Milenge, Sokontwe. Good night. God bless you, and God bless our country.